Okay, hi everyone. So let's start with today's daily MCQ session. There are 5 MCQs on the group today. 2 of them are slightly difficult, the rest are easy. So let's solve. A sequence is created by taking difference of nth term of 2 APs. Okay, so they are taking difference of 2 APs and forming a third sequence. Now understand, if there are 2 APs, let's say for example 1, 2, 3, 4 something, and let's say 9, 7, 5, 3 something, right? Now if we take difference of nth term of these 2 APs, let's take difference, let's say this minus this, that will be 8, then 7 minus 2 will be 5, 5 minus 3 will be 2, 3 minus 4 will be minus 1. If you observe, this is also going to be in AP. Why? This is the common difference is minus 3, right? How? Because for this AP common difference was minus 2, for this first AP common difference was 1. So when we subtracted first AP from second AP, it became minus 2 minus 1, which is minus 3, right? So the sequence is also going to be arithmetic progression, right? So let's forget about all this. So we know that a sequence is created, that means an AP is created by taking difference of nth term of 2 APs. Third term of this sequence is 5, that means T3 is 5 of new AP. Fifth term is 1, that means T5 is 1. Find the difference of 8th term of original 2 APs. Original 2 APs, 8th terms difference, that means we just want T8, nothing else. We want T8, that's it, right? We have T3, 5, which is what? A plus n minus 1, that is 2D. We have T5, which is again A plus 4D. Okay. We can just solve this, right? Let's subtract this from this. So that will be 1 minus 5 is minus 4. A will be cancelled. 4D minus 2D is 2D. That means we get difference as what? Minus 2. And now we can get A also. Put minus 2 here. So 5 is equal to A plus 2 into minus 2. That is 5 is equal to A minus 4. So A will be 9. Right. So what will be 8th term now? A plus n minus 1, that is 7 into D. So 9 plus minus 14. 9 minus 14 is what? Minus 5. This is the correct answer. Okay. So the question looks complicated, but it has nothing to do with these 2 APs. Okay, actually we have T5, T3, we want T8, that's it, nothing else, right? So it looks complicated, but it is not complicated. Next. 5 apples, 6 bananas and 1 pineapple together cost 298. Let's assume x, y, z. So 5x plus 6y plus z is equal to 298. 25 apples, 31 bananas, and 5 pineapples cost 1498 rupees. What is the cost of 1 banana? Now technically, if we have 3 variables x, y, z, we need 3 equations. Okay, but this is not correct answer here. Why? Because in this particular case, we want cost of 1 banana, which is we want y, and we can get y from here. Why? Because if this first equation you multiply by 5, let's see what will happen. It will be 25x plus 6 into 5, 30y plus 5z is equal to 298 into 5. 298 into 5 is how much? 1490. Now if you observe, if we do this minus this, 25x will be cancelled, we'll have y, z will be cancelled, is equal to 8. So y is 8, that means cost of banana is 8, that's it. So whenever such kind of question comes, okay, when there are 3 variables but only 2 equations, try to see if you can still find the answer for one of the variables. You can find the answer for banana. We cannot find, using this data, we cannot find cost of apple or cost of pineapple, but we can definitely find cost of banana. So try to think if you can rearrange any of the equation to match other equation. How? See if you can match the coefficients. Okay, 5 into 5 is 25 and z into 5 is 5z. So try to match it and then subtract. You can watch the batch for equations that I have put on the channel, that will help you in identifying such questions. Okay, I have put some tricks there. Next, TVM. A person is going to receive 10,000 rupees at the end of year 1, 10% more at the end of year 2, 10% more at the end of year 3, and so on up to year 10. If interest rate is 8%, find PV of this growing annuity. Now this is not annuity with constant payments, this is growing. Okay. So annuity is nothing but GP, geometric progression. So we don't know formula for growing annuity, but we can still know formula of GP, right? So let's use it. What do we want? First year he is going to receive 10,000, right? We have to find present value. For first year, how do we find present value? Understand carefully. Finding present value and future value is very important. Okay. I have put revision lectures for TVM also. They are must watch because TVM carries highest weightage in exam. So let's say you have something at year 1. Okay. If you want to take it to present, how do you take it to present? You divide by 1 plus I raised to n, that is 1 plus I raised to 1. If you have something at year 2 and you want to take it to present, how do you take it to present? You divide by 1 plus I square and so on, right? So we have 10,000 which is in year 1. So let's divide it by 1 plus I. I is what? They have given, right? 8%. So 1.08 raised to 1. Fine. In second year, let's add that 10,000 will increase by 10%. That means, can I say it will now become 11,000 or 10,000 into 110%, right? Or 1.1. 10,000 into 1.1. So it is going to increase by 10%. If it was 1, it will become 1.1. So if it is 10,000, it will become 11,000. And now this will divide by 1.08 square because 2 years. Then we'll have 10,000 into 1.1 into again 1.1 because we are again going to increase it by 10%, so that will be square upon 1.08 cube, right? And so on up to 10 terms. So if you observe, this is nothing but geometric progression with first term as what? Let me erase this so that we'll get some space. So for this GP, first term is going to be what? 10,000 divided by 1.08, that is our A. Okay. And what is the common ratio? For common ratio, we are multiplying by 1.1 and we are dividing by one more 1.08, right? We are adding to the power. So we can just use formula of Sn for GP, that's it. So S10 will be what? A, that is 10,000 divided by 1.08 into R raised to n minus 1, that is 1.1 by 1.08 raised to 10 minus 1 upon R minus 1, that is this. Sorry, 1.1 by 1.08 minus 1. So you can do it on calculator also, don't do much else. First find this denominator, 1.1 divided by 1.08 minus 1, that is going to be 0.0185185 something, right? Fine, don't do anything, don't write it, just do m plus, okay? Now check numerator. How do we find numerator? 1.1 divided by 1.08 and then we have to do it, we have to raise it by 10. So how do we do raise to 10? Just press into and then equal to 9 times, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and minus 1. That is our numerator. So this is our numerator which we have on our calculator. There should be something like 0.2014 something. Don't write. Minus, divided by MRC equal to, because we are going to divide this by this which is in our memory. So divided by MRC equal to that, which that should give you 10.8758 something, and then into this 10,000 divided by 1.08, that will give you 100,702. So that should be the correct answer, 100,702. Okay. Now this can easily be done within 1 minute. I was explaining it, that is why it took 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. But if you do it by yourself, if you are comfortable with your own calculator, then you can easily do it in 1 minute. That is very important for TVM especially. Okay, so if you are not comfortable with calculator shortcuts, do watch the TVM revision lectures and TVM additional question bank, that will help you. Okay, next. Last 2 questions. There are 50 students in a class. Half of them got 80 marks, remaining got 90 marks. Find standard deviation of marks of all 50 students. Okay. Now we want standard deviation of marks. So let's say marks are 80 for frequency 50 students 80 marks, and marks are 90 for remaining 50 students. Okay. Now you can use formula of SD, proper formula, by taking summation of x square, and fx, summation of x. But easier way is understand, if frequencies are same, then for standard deviation you can ignore the frequencies. That is the easiest trick. If frequencies are same, ignore the frequencies. That means we just have two numbers, 80 and 90. We know what is standard deviation of two numbers, their range divided by 2. Range divided by 2 is 5, so 5 is the correct answer. Okay, that's it. And last one, which of the following functions is invertible? This is easy because purely theory question. You must study theory of chapters like functions, statistics, index numbers, because that is important, because that will give you a very bonus advantage in exam, because you can solve theory question within 10-15 seconds. Okay, so you can use the time for other questions. Which of the following functions is invertible? So 1 onto function is invertible. Why? Because understand, if we want to invert the function, that means we want to come from y to x. If we want to come from y to x, that means the function has to be 1 so that we can come back, and function has to be onto function means what? For every y there must be some x. Logical, right? Because we are going from y to x, that means for every y there must be some x. For every output there must be some input. So that is 1 onto function. That is the correct answer. So I hope this was useful. If you have any doubts, let me know in comments, and you can join the Telegram MCQ channel. Link I have given in the description, so that you can ask your doubts. You can get daily MCQs and the solutions like this, how to solve them in 1 minute. I also keep on uploading additional question banks and MTPs, etc. Okay, fine. So let's stop here. I hope this was useful to you. Bye everyone.